Last January, Wisconsin's Department of Corrections banned used books from state prisons, citing drug concerns. WMTV's Phoebe Murray has more on the fight from area nonprofits to get the decision reversed.
From the basement of the Social Justice Center on Williamson Street, thousands of letters get hand-sorted, each one containing a book request from a state prisoner.
Sometimes they want to learn about history, Spanish to English dictionaries, virtually any book that you would want that's not banned.
Since 2006, the Madison nonprofit Wisconsin Books to Prisoners has sent more than 70,000 books free of charge to people behind bars across the state. In January 2024, prison officials notified the volunteer-run group they had to stop sending books. The Wisconsin Department of Corrections citing concerns about people smuggling in drugs inside those donated books.
By and large, our library was conducted of mostly used books donated through the community.
Volunteer and legal liaison Kyle Winke said the news was devastating.
I couldn't believe that they decided to make that decision. It came out of the blue entirely, and we actually thought that we had some ground to appeal on.
An appeal that would go unanswered for months. In emails to the nonprofit, the DOC claims people pretending to be affiliated with Books to Prisoners were the ones smuggling in those drugs. Writing in part, quote, "There have been many instances of drugs coming in via mail, which appear to be sent from the Child Support Agency, the IRS, the State Public Defender's Office, the Department of Justice, and individual attorneys. In reality, the mail pieces are not from those agencies, but from the bad actors who imitate them to send the drugs in." The DOC provided us with 2 incident reports from February from the Oshkosh Correctional Institution. According to the reports, several book bundles sent under the Wisconsin Books to Prisoners name tested positive for illicit drugs, including cocaine. But this latest move by the DOC, Winke said, feels like an end to their project.
We've been active since 2006, and we don't want it to go anywhere. We want it to continue helping out the community and helping those, behind bars essentially re-enter the community as better members.
Now, only new books sent direct from a vendor with a receipt are accepted per the new policy.
And that's just it's a financial barrier.
A decision which greatly impacts the work of LGBT Books to Prisoners, too. Corey Sprinkle is an organizer of the volunteer organization based in Madison.
A lot of these books are sent by nonprofits who are sending these at no cost to the folks because books are an essential service. They provide people respite. They provide people development.
The donation-funded project sends LGBTQ plus reading materials to Wisconsin inmates in the LGBTQ plus community.
Books keep people safe. And preventing that doesn't help the situation.
The project shares shelf space with Wisconsin Books to Prisoners. In recent years, the DOC has been tightening policy to prevent drug smuggling into prisons. In 2021, they began contracting with a company that scans incoming prison mail. Incarcerated people get photocopies of their mail instead of the original paper.
Depending on how much collaboration between the Department of Corrections and our organization that is willing to be, will determine our next steps.
Wisconsin Books to Prisoners, hoping this isn't the final chapter in their story. WMTV reached out on numerous occasions for an interview with prison officials. The Department of Corrections declined. We do know the DOC is in the midst of rolling out new electronic tablets for inmates to read on, and a class action lawsuit has been filed against top officials at the department, alleging millions of dollars of digital books, music, games, and movies have been stolen from prisoners after the agency switched vendors for their tablet system. Now, tomorrow, leaders with Wisconsin Books to Prisoners have a second meeting on the books with prison officials to discuss a possible path forward. Reporting in studio, Phoebe Murray, WMTV 15 News.